Welcome to the Journalism Banquet of Spring 2020.
Tonight we're going to talk about all 5 of our publications here at Oak Park, from the Axe broadcast to the Cambia yearbook, the Northman's Log news magazine, Northman News Online, and Into sports broadcast.
So thank you for coming. 3 advisors worked with staffs this year, including
Christina Gebhardt for the Axe, the Northman Log, and Northman News.
And Frida Green for Cambia, which is the yearbook, as well as Greg Sims for N2 Sports.
All of the publications have something special to celebrate this year. The Axe earned 2 honorable mention show ratings at MIPA State. One was for their January 31st news magazine show, and one was for the December 18th announcement show. The Axe made school history with the first ever first place win at regionals. Producers Grace Burns and Will Pellant brought home a trophy.
Most recently, the 2019 Cambia yearbook was included in Balfour Publishing's Yearbook. The design feature was created by Parker. Here's her award-winning design. In addition, the 2019 yearbook earned high ratings at both state and national critique services.
Hey guys, I just want to say how much you mean to me and how special you made my senior year. I've made all my favorite memories from this year in this department with you all. We've watched each other grow as writers, photographers, designers, and leaders over the past year, and I'm proud of you all for how far you've come. You made a 232-page, full-color book, one filled with the stories, lives, and faces of Oak Park. Not to mention, you did part of it during a literal global pandemic. This book will be more special than any other Oak Park yearbook has ever been and will ever be. We lost a lot this year because of COVID, and having a yearbook to look back on is more important now than ever. Every one of you should be incredibly proud of yourselves for that. You've made me a better person through being your editor. First Block on B-Days in E133 will always hold a special place in my heart. We'll always be connected through the work that we've done this year, no matter what. I hope I see you again one day in person, guys. Thank you so much again for everything this year and not giving up during the pandemic. Bye.
The Northman's Log and Northman News both earned high, excellent ratings at state. Log earned a first-class rating in the National Critique. And recently, Northman News placed first in the nation for its COVID-19 coverage in a contest sponsored by the NSPA, SPJ, and SND.
This year has been a bit of a challenge, but we've always gotten through it. This year's staff is full of people willing to really work through any challenge and be flexible while maintaining a positive attitude. I'll really miss the seniors this year, and I'll miss the sense of humor that this staff overall had.
This year our staff did really well on actually producing stuff. We put a lot of content on the web, so I was glad about that.
The N2 sports crew focused on individual growth with every broadcast and honing their craft. They saw a marked improvement from the beginning of the year up until, spring break. The channel had a steady rise in viewership, and many thanks from distant friends and family who could not attend games in person.
We had an awesome year of awards across all the staffs. Let's take a look at some of the many awards students and staffs have already earned this year. At Balfour's yearbook camp, the Cambia staff earned an honorable mention for yearbook in theme, and a superior yearbook for showstopper.
The Log hosted its own 4-day workshop in the building where they bonded, learned new skills, and in less than 3 hours put together this story. At the JEA NSPA Fall National High School Journalism Convention, we were in Washington, D.C., where Lindsay Dunaway earned an honorable mention for her news magazine layout.
NSPA National Journalism Honor Roll. In addition to serving for at least 2 years on a student media staff in broadcast, newspaper, magazine, online, or yearbook, the students have earned a 3.5 or higher grade point average on a 4.0 scale. All honor roll inductees will receive a certificate of recognition and will be listed in the association's Best of the High School Press, a yearly publication. Leah for the Axe, Parker for Cambia, Emily for the Northman's Log and Northman News, Lindsay for the Northman's Log and Northman News, Angelina for Cambia, Avani for the Northman's Log and Northman's News, Sophia for the Axe, and Skylar for Cambia.
Axe content producer Will won a Superior Award for News Story for the new Command Center at the MIPA state competition. Sophia had a Superior for News Feature for TikTok. Sophia also earned an Excellent in Human Interest Feature for the Patsy Darrell story. Sophia and Leah earned honorable mention for News Feature for Adaptive PE.
Cambia photographer Adrian earned an All-Missouri the top rating for sports reaction photography for OP Pride. Cambia photographer Adrian also earned an excellent for student life photography for Color Guard. Cambia editor Angelina placed with All Missouri for sports action photography. Angelina also placed superior for academic photography and won an honorable mention for student life design. Cambia photographer Christina earned an All Missouri for student life photography for Mamma Mia. Cambia photographer Zoe earned an All Missouri for academic page design for Encore class. Photographer Kelsey earned a superior for academic design. Cambia designer Kayliana earned a superior for academic page design for fine arts.
At MIPA state competition, the Northman's log designer Parker won an All Missouri Best in State for portrait photography for the homecoming royalty. Also for log, Parker earned an excellent in page design for Just Take the Field. Parker had a third state award with excellent in academic photography for Andriana. The log's copy editor Ivani won an All Missouri for magazine page design To Track or Not to Track. Ivani also earned an excellent for feature story writing on Go for Gold. Writer Luca Ashton earned a superior for page design for Taking Care of the Health You Can't See. Luca also earned an honorable mention in feature story for Bully Without Intention. At state, the log's writer Hayden took a superior for student life photography with senior dance. Hayden also earned an honorable mention for student life photography for Softball in Parade. Editor-in-Chief Lindsay earned an honorable mention for feature story writing for Becoming a Home for the World. Northman News web editor Emily earned an honorable mention for opinion writing for AR Workshop Review. Northman News writer Lindsay earned an honorable mention for opinion writing for Floating into Theaters. Northman News photographer Angelina earned an honorable mention for portrait photography for Alexandra. Northman News photographer Christina earned an honorable mention for academic photography for Shakespeare Lesson. Northman News photographer Skylar earned an honorable mention at state for portrait photography for Emily in Scotland.
N2 Sports and Northman News reporter Clayton earned an honorable mention for his sports podcast titled Gabe Pingleton, Cross Country.
The purpose of the All-State Journalism Team is to recognize those students who have proven themselves to be indispensable to their respective school media. Missouri has numerous contests that recognize bylined excellence. The All-State Team recognizes those students who are most valuable players, those students whose leadership, energy, dedication, and expertise make their publications possible, but whose main contributions often occur behind the scenes.
Each member of the All-State Journalism Team will receive a special All-State Pen and Certificate. The advisor will also get a certificate for the classroom.
The MJEA named 11 elite journalists across the state to the All-State Journalism Team, including the Northman's Log's very own Ivani.
Cambia's Angelina was named the winner of the Photo of the Year feature category. Only one winner is chosen from the whole state.
Log's Ivani was the finalist for the Art Illustration of the Year category.
In the Journalism Educators of Metropolitan Kansas City contest, Cambia editor Angelina earned an honorable mention for yearbook sports action photography.
For the Kansas City Scholarship for Juniors, Lindsay Dunaway earned $150 to the summer workshop or fall nationals of her choice. Those students who qualified and applied will be awarded a chenille Oak Park journalism letter and a certificate for their dedication and work on their publication. Multi-year lettermen will earn gold pins to add to their letters. The Axe has 2 first-time lettermen with junior Leah and Annabella.
Seniors lettering in journalism this spring include 3-time letter winners Parker and Angelina of Cambia, plus second-time letterman Skylar. Sophomores Christina and Zoe lettered for the first time in Cambia.
From Log, junior Lindsay and senior Ivani and Emily lettered for the second time each. Emily earned a 3rd letter for Northman News. First-time letter winners for Log include junior Nathan and sophomores Hannah and Kayliana, plus Parker earned her 4th journalism letter on Log this year.
From N2 Sports, Jacob and Elizabeth earned first-time journalism letters.
For the Quill and Scroll International Honorary Society for High School Journalists, we will recognize underclassmen inductees with certificates and pens and award honor cords to the senior members. All members will be awarded honor cords in their respective graduation years.
To qualify, students must earn at least a B average, be in their 2nd semester of staff, and be recommended by the advisor. This year, 3 seniors were inducted to the Quill and Scroll International Honorary Society for High School Journalism, including Skylar, Emily, and Ivani. Juniors who were inducted include Lindsay and Annabella. They joined seniors inducted to the Honor Society last year, Parker, Grace, and Angelina. These 6 seniors will be wearing blue and gold cords at graduation.
We will recognize underclassmen who are currently earning honor cords and award honor cords to seniors who qualified. All students who qualify for honor cords will be awarded those in their respective graduation years.
To qualify, a student must earn an A or B in every journalism course taken at Oak Park and either lettered in journalism or won an individual award. 3 Cambia seniors met the requirements to earn a Burgundy Journalism Department honor cord, including Parker, Angelina, and Skylar.
From the Northman's Log and Northman News, Emily and Ivani both earned Journalism Department honor cords. Representing N2 Sports, Mustaf and Jacob will wear Journalism Department honor cords when they graduate.
Juniors who have so far qualified for Journalism honor cord include Axe's Leah, Annabella, Sophia, and the Log's Lindsay. Sophomores who met qualifications so far include Cambia's Christina, Zoe, and Kayliana, plus Log's Luca and Hannah.
The $500 Heather Reed Flynn Journalism Scholarship goes to a deserving journalism senior each year, and we are proud to announce that this year's recipient is Angelina Garcia. The committee chose her based on an essay and the many qualifications and honors that she has earned over her years here at Oak Park. We now have our 4 Journalism Department awards that we give each year. These names will be added to the plaques in our classroom to inspire our future student journalists.
The Mary Yantis Most Improved Writing Award. The Oak Park Journalism Department awards the Mary Yantis to the writer or video editor who has shown record improvement in his or her interviewing, reporting, and writing skills over the course of his or her time on staff as determined by the advisor. Writers and editors must show personal growth as well as reflection and thought on writing and editing itself.
For the Axe, that is Will, this year, Will has done an awesome job as the content producer, and so not only is he improving his own stories and his own storytelling, but he's also been improving that of his entire staff.
For the Cambia, this would be Kayliana. Ever since the first deadline, Kayliana would help fellow staff members write captions. She looked for ways to improve her own writing by being proactive and asking questions. Interviewing also made her nervous, but she dove in headfirst and is now more confident in her work and herself as a journalist.
For the Northman's Log, Luca. Luca has taken on some of the most challenging topics this year, done extensive research, and has put together several really compelling stories. On Northman News, Hayden. Hayden has worked very hard this year to improve her writing and to be bold enough to go out and interview more people. The Most Improved Photographer Award is given to the photographer or videographer who has shown record improvement in his or her shooting, editing, interviewing, writing, and photojournalism skills over the course of his or her time on staff, as determined by the advisor. Photographers and videographers must show personal growth as well as reflection and thought on journalism itself. For the Axe, this has been Kierston. Her peers wrote in on their nominations about how hard she works when they go out to do interviews, how she's been improving her camera skills, and how she has really just been a team player all year.
That would be Christina for the Cambia. She was new to staff this year and balanced designing and photography. She always strived for the better shot and helped others who were newer to photography. As the year progressed, so did her photography skill, and that skill even won her awards.
For the Northman's Log, we have Ivani. Her visuals have been stunning this year. It's not just in the area of photography and improving her photography skills from camp last summer, but also in the illustrations and the other pieces that she's won awards with this year. For Northman News, we have Nathan. Nathan has really picked it up this second semester and has gone out of his way to support not only the online news, but the magazine as well, with improving his photography skills.
The Bill Hankins Leadership Award. The Oak Park Journalism awards the Bill Hankins, the staff member determined by editors-in-chief or producers, who steps beyond his or her staff duties to lend a helping hand, lead others, and stretch the publication to new borders. The award winners do not stop at the edge. They jump over it to improve the Oak Park journalism publications.
For the Axe, the Bill Hankins Leadership Award goes to Sophia. She has been a strong leader in class, speaking up, changing things up when we went to semester, adding new segments to the show, and really just taking every effort to make the show better.
My nomination for the Bill Hankins Leadership Award is very special to me. I'm really grateful I get to do this, and the person that I chose out of the nominations is very deserving of this, I would say. They really stepped up and helped people when they weren't asked to They helped with writing captions and helping people with their designs and anything that was needed on staff, getting interviews, all that stuff. So this person reminds me of myself when I was a sophomore on staff, and I got this award when I was a sophomore on staff, so it's very special to me. Kayliana, congratulations on the Bill Hankins Leadership Award. You should be very, very proud of yourself, so thank you.
I'd like to present the Bill Hankins Leadership Award to Parker. Every deadline since she's been on staff, she always helps out as much as she can. Parker always builds icons, designs spreads, and takes photos for staffers.
I have the honor of presenting the Bill Hankins Leadership Award to Avani for Northmen News because she always went above and beyond what she really needed to do, and she worked hard on her photography all year.
The Oak Park Journalism Department awards the top journalist to the student journalist deemed by fellow staff members to be a shining example of all a student journalist should be. The top journalist is dedicated to truth in journalism, a job well done, and support of his or her fellow student journalists.
The Axe chose Annabella Peterson. Annabella has produced more stories this year than anyone else on staff. They're told well, and they are extremely well researched, and they have great visuals.
The Cambia chose Parker. She is the most experienced staff member and was always willing and able to help those who had questions. Parker not only can design, and is one of the top designers I've seen in my 4 years here, she is a photographer, she is a writer, she is the leader that we need on staff.
For the Northman's Log, editor Lindsay was chosen by her staff as the top journalist. She can write, she can take pictures, and she's a really, really talented designer who gave us the overall look for the Northman's Log magazine this year. Plus, she led them to complete and finish their 4th and final issue online, which is something to really be proud of these days. For Northmen News, the top journalist is Ivani. Ivani has written many, many news stories, many reviews, has contributed a lot to the website over her last 2 years here.
Thank you to everyone for your support this school year, even if it didn't go the way we thought it was going to. So thank you to the custodial staff, because they're always cleaning up after us, and trust me, journalists know how to leave a mess.
We thank the N2 Sports sponsors and the Log advertisers for financially supporting our programs.
Max Sportswear and Squid Prints for printing the staff shirts.
Thank you to Balfour for printing the Cambia yearbook.
And Antioch Printing for printing the log.
And to School Newspapers Online for hosting Northmen News.
As well as the district's technology support.
Thank you to the parents and the family members for all the long hours of support, driving your student to and from assignments, the extra hours working so that your student could attend events, camps, and workshops, and all the other sacrifices you made along the way.
Including those during these last few trying weeks. Thank you for attending our annual journalism banquet, albeit e-learning style virtual. Thank you for taking the time to celebrate your students' accomplishments. Each student has worked very hard this year and deserved accolades beyond those here tonight.
Thank you to everyone who served on the staff this year. Whether you were named here tonight or you were not, you are part of Oak Park journalism, and you always will be. Thank you very much.